Hello, lovely people. Today we're building something quite different. We're building a house in the local dump. And you might be thinking, who would want to live here, surrounded by all this trash and rubbish and leftovers from other people? Well, while it does definitely have a whole lot of downsides, you have all the smell that penetrates everything, and you end up smelling quite a lot too. You have these strange substances seeping from these barrels with big warning signs on them. But I mean, there are upsides to living in a dump too. For one, the rent is very low, and that's probably why this person I created in cast, D, prefers living in a dump, because she's not really bothered by the smell. And she doesn't have a lot of ambitions in her life, so she doesn't have to impress any boss. So she can show up smelling badly. That's no problem. No, anyway, D is this sim I created in CAS when I was playing around, and I've come up with this whole backstory to it. You see, she's a lazy person. She really just wants to spend her whole life sitting in her comfy chair, watching the Real Housewives of Orange County, I think. That's her favorite program. But she's a friendly person too. She's outgoing. She wants to meet the one. Maybe he wants to watch reality TV too. And she has found this shed, this tiny shed, and that's where she lives, in this dump. And I mean, it's got everything, doesn't it? It has like a tiny garden. It has a swimming pool. I mean, the water might be the wrong color for a swimming pool, but that doesn't bother her a lot. To be honest, nothing really bothers Dee. Not ever since she woke up on this cold slab in a mortuary, and then she decided to take her name from this small note tied to her big toe. You see, she doesn't have any memory from before that. So now she goes by deceased. You get it? Now we don't have zombies in The Sims 4. If we had, she would definitely be a zombie. So she is a vampire. I put her up on the gallery if you want to play with her. I've fallen a bit in love with her. I think she's a pretty quirky character. I like her. And I had a lot of fun playing around with building this landfill or a dump, you might say. And I ended up using, obviously, a lot of debug items from Eco Living, because it's probably the pack with the most trash, and that sounds wrong, but I mean it in a very positive way, if you can believe it. No, it was a lot of fun decorating with the rubbish piles. That's something new. This whole house ended up, it's a dump. This whole lot ended up being a lot of fun decorating, and I think I ended up putting a lot of plants, considering it is a dump. It might be a decommissioned dump, because there aren't that much trash, considering if it was still operating. So so that's, I don't know, that might be why D could rent this lot quite cheaply. I thought it was a lot of fun to build, to create a character first and then build the house. I usually do it the other way around, and it got me thinking, because Dee is this sort of, she's a zombie, I've gotta be honest. She is one of the undead. And it got me thinking it could be fun to play around and make like these quirky supernatural characters. I'm thinking like some sort of influencer, not an influencer. Oh, I can't say it. Influencer. Not like the disease. Well, some would argue it's a disease. Oh, I can't say that word. Oh, that's fun. Some sort of strange opinion leader. Well, you know what I mean. Even though I can't pronounce the word, apparently. But I thought it could be fun to have like some sort of Instagram model vampire who lives in a super fashionable apartment. That could be fun building too. And I don't know, maybe some sort of conspiracy nut alien just to turn it around, who lives in a trailer park, probably situated in a Strangerville. That could be quite fun. I'll have to mess around in CAS and see if I can come up with some fun characters to base these builds on. It's strange. I can't pronounce influenza. It keeps sounding like the disease. That's so strange. Influenza. I can't say it. I think it's because I sometimes joke around with my dad that it's influenza, which is a problem because now I can't say the word. It's a bit of a problem because sometimes my family. This might make us sound a bit like horrible people. Will sometimes tease my mom by speaking very bad Swedish, but the problem is now I can't. I don't know a lot of Swedish, but that little I know is now bad Swedish. I can't, do it seriously. Also, my mom is alright. We don't tease her a lot. Well, I hope we don't. Oh, we might actually be horrible people. Well, I don't know. I hope not. One thing I never got around to was when I hit 100 subscribers. I wanted to do like a celebration video, and I had all these crazy ideas, and my brother and sister-in-law was also quite kind to provide me with some ideas, and I just couldn't figure out what to do. And I thought like, okay, maybe if I built like 100 rooms, and then I realized that would be a very long video, and I don't know, I thought like 100 rooms but in like 100 different styles, or maybe a house with 100 rooms, or maybe, I don't know. I should totally have built the house worth 100,000 simoleons. That's what I should have done. But then I sort of passed that by a margin. So I don't know. If you have like a fantastic idea for celebrating, I think we're at 115 subscribers, then let me know. Because I don't know. Because then we reached 112, and then I thought, it could be quite fun to do like a refurbished fire station. That could be fun. I might still end up doing that, but then we passed the 112. 112 is the emergency number in Denmark where I live, and in quite a lot of other countries too. I think it might actually be the international emergency number. So even if you're in the UK or in the US where the emergency numbers are different, you can still, I think, I might be wrong, please check this before. But if you dial 112, I think in any country you should get like the emergency hotline. I don't know about North Korea, but or Antarctica. Please check. Maybe I should check that I'm not giving you misinformation. Okay, I just had to check that it wasn't complete lies I was feeding you. It is true, apparently. If you dial 112 in the US, you still get forwarded to an emergency hotline. So that's a neat trick. If you don't know the emergency number in a country, there's a good chance it's 112. So that's a life tip for you. I don't know if you're ever going to use it, and I'm not sure like a Sims speed build video is the best place to get that sort of information, but now you know. Now I'll let you enjoy the stop motion of the interior of the house, and say thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want to, I'm not going to force you, and have a very lovely day wherever you might be.